Before we jump into this new video, I always like to preach if you continue to enjoy all the insanity and craziness and baffling stuff that we always talk about, whether it's hockey content, Gen Z, the sports world, or even life itself, anything of that sort, definitely continue to like and subscribe whenever you get the opportunity, and whenever you get a chance to always chuck a comment and a like on there. Continue to subscribe whenever you get that chance, and as always, we do appreciate you. But then again, I have to grab this stuff from the other place and just happen to do a quick little something like this. And I'll tell you what, right now, I'm just looking to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2024 NFL Draft hat. Everyone knows I'm a Falcons fan. I do like the Steelers because I'm a Penguins fan. This is the same hat they wore on stage, and I collect one every year. And boys and girls, I'm not going to make this a totally long video, but you know where this is going, and people are still wondering why Michael Penix got drafted number 8, and I don't give a rip. Hit it. In the term concessions, what exactly did your team do during the NFL draft? How did your team do? Did your team get exactly what you wanted to get? Did you make the moves that you needed to get? I'm going to make this as pretty much as easy going as a quick draft video as you could possibly think, because I threw a couple riffs and a couple reels out, not just basically hardcore, but just on Instagram and Facebook, about many people, especially in Falcons Nation, wondering why they picked Michael Penix, the quarterback from Washington, number 8, and they're still buzzing. I've heard many people buzzing to why they would go this direction. Now, I will jump to majority of the draft in just a second. I'm going to say this thing for the last time, and I'll just put it as clear as I can possibly be, and just make it stone cold on the channel. They were technically, in my opinion, and from many drafts, like mock drafts, were supposed to go get Dallas Turner, the edge rusher from Alabama. They chose not to because Terry Fontenot is basically, in a way of speaking, doubling down on the quarterback position. So, in a way of speaking, here's what you got. You got a new head coach. You got 2 new coordinators. You got Kirk Cousins, 4 years, $180 million, $100 million guaranteed. And he wasn't happy about it. I'm sure now it's kind of blown over. We all know Kirk Cousins is QB1. But you're coming off an Achilles injury. Achilles injuries, as bad and as awful as ACL injuries. We don't know when he's going to be ready. We don't know when he's going to be ready to perform and do anything for the upcoming training camp or even OTAs at all, but he's studying the playbook, and he's already said he wants to retire a Falcon and win a Super Bowl in probably the easiest division in the league. Terry Fontenot has basically doubled down and is basically already putting the future together. Now, I've seen everything from the Rich Eisen show saying Nick Wright and even Rich Eisen didn't really go off on it. Joel Klatt went off on it, and a handful of others, but even Colin Cowherd and Metalkov didn't mind the pick. In fact, Colin's actually saying that Michael Penix is actually lucky to have this guy. Because if Kirk Cousins is coming off an Achilles injury, Michael Penix is now officially quarterback number 2. He's ready to play now. And if something happens with Kirk, who cannot run, he's not a good runner. He can run a little, but not as much as Penix can. But Michael Penix is not going to be Michael Vick version 2.0. It's not even close. Penix is much more of an accurate thrower. We saw that in the times he was in Indiana and in Washington, and he even played well in the national championship game, but he faced a very good Michigan team. In a matter of speaking, Penix is ready to go now. If Kirk Cousins cannot perform coming off an ACL injury, or an Achilles injury, Penix is inserted into the playbook, and Penix has Bijan, Tyler Algier, And now they have a run of weaponry. It's makeshift, but they have weapons now with Drake London, Rondell White, and Darnell Mooney. And Kyle Pitts now needs to perform, and they're going to make him perform the way he should perform because this is his contract here. So I personally don't even care. I'm happy we got him. We're ready for the future. And we ended up getting our defense later in the draft. In fact, we actually got our defense in the second round because we got the defensive tackle from Clemson, and we got another edge rusher from Washington as well. Who knows, Michael Penix, and a handful of others. I'm just browsing through. They actually went very, very hardcore with defense in the later rounds. They got another defensive tackle from Georgia, but they got another wide receiver from Illinois, another running back, which will kind of help out the crew on the practice squad and whatever. They actually got him from Alabama, so he'll probably end up playing practice squad, may even go to the UFL for a while because the Falcons running backs are set. So, in all speaking, I don't care about the move. It's fine. I'm for it. But what about you? Do you think that was a good move or not? I don't know. People have their doubts. People want to jump on the Falcons again because they couldn't win a Super Bowl because Brady screwed it all over. Maybe Kyle Shanahan did as well. But then I look at everything else and I'll just smash through it. Like we all knew Caleb Williams was going to go 1 to Chicago. Washington, they chose Jaden Daniels. He's going to make that team a little bit more exciting. And I think Washington very well may be a monkey wrench in the NFC East. And the rest of the field is going to be interesting because Drake May is now a Patriot. He's now gone to the former evil empire, which basically has one major weapon, and that's Hunter Henry. And I don't know if they did anything else. But good luck to Drake May. But we know all the major stuff. Marvin Harrison goes to Arizona. That's another brand spanking new toy for Kyler Murray. And the other major stuff like Joe Alt, the offensive tackle, goes to the Chargers. That's a big help for Jim Harbaugh because he's going to start going run first. And I think a lot of these picks basically mean a lot. I mean, Malik Neighbors goes to the Giants. The Titans get another offensive lineman. They get him. They got J.C. Latham from Alabama. And then all these other ones, even the Bears went and got Rome Odunze from Washington, the other big wide receiver. And I think the Chicago Bears just made the NFC North probably one of the top 3 divisions in the league. Because now Caleb Williams has all these pieces. It's basically on the coach now and on the GM. You made all these moves, Caleb. You got to at least get 500, at least. And some of the cool things. J.J. McCarthy, did everyone really like him or not? Well, he ended up getting moved up by Minnesota. Minnesota traded up to get him. So now McCarthy will be with Sam Darnold in that quarterback room. Olumide Fashanu is a Penn State beast. He was probably labeled one of the best left tackles in the draft, and also in even Penn State history. He's now a Jet. Denver has their quarterback in Bo Nix. Well, he'll be in the quarterback room with all those other ones. Brock Bowers, the tight end from Georgia, went to the Raiders. And all a bunch of little moves that I see, all these. It was a big offensive tackle draft, offensive lineman draft. The Dallas Turner guy ended up going to Minnesota later on. And the Steelers continue to work on their offensive line. They got a bunch of new, fresh, very ready to play pieces. So in the best division of football in the AFC North, I look at everything that went all the way through here. Some people are wondering why Dallas didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Why did Buffalo trade with Kansas City to get the fastest guy to ever come out of the draft? I don't know, because that's just another weapon for Mahomes. God help us all. But guys, what did you think of your draft? What did you think of your team? I already know. Who knows what Falcons is going to do with Kirk Cousins? He's QB1. But Penix is going to be right there, and people can bark about he's going to sit for 2-3 years. Well, he's going to learn the system. That's what you do in a professional world in the NFL. So what did your team do? Leave a comment. Put your comment in and put something and be like, I think our team's going to be all right. Or do you think your team didn't do anything at all? throw a comment in, throw those comments in, and see what your team did in the draft, because we got a long ways to go, because free agency's around the corner, OTA's around the corner. I get a nice new fresh bill, and I'm going to shut the bar down. Get out of here. Go do something fun with your evening, and I'll see you Bloody Legends in the next one. Late.